Bro, are we gonna keep the 808 this loud, or are we gonna have it normal? That 808 is gonna rip us a new hole, bro. Yes, us. That 808 is gonna rip us a new hole, bro. Yo, what is good, chat? Today we're making a beat for Che in the style of his new album, Rest in Bass, aka Whole Lotta Red Part 2. Kind of just reminds me of Whole Lotta Red. Good album though, not bad at all. I'm gonna go ahead and play the loop for y'all. We're gonna break it down, then we're gonna cook up. Alright, first sound we got is from my boy Serum, Data X Serum Bank. This is made by I Am Synthetic and VVS Pipes, VV Spot. We got this melody. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for y'all. I feel like with these Che beats, you either want to start with a very simple bass pattern that's just like a couple of notes, or you can also start with chords. But with these Che beats and virtual beats, I really just start with a simple bass pattern. We're gonna take these out real quick. So basically what I started with was just this right here. It's literally just 2 notes, bro. It's just super simple. In the scale that we're in the D minor natural scale. So we're just using the D minor scale to build out our melody. So I had this, and then I just added these parts in because I thought it sounded cool. We are going out of our scale right here, D sharp, which, you know, it's fine to go out of your scale every now and then as long as it like does sound good and complement the melody. But when you're first starting out making melodies, I would just stay within your scale. We have this gross beat preset global, and this is from the Sound World Octane demo gross beat. And we also have an EQ taking out the lows. Without the gross beat bank, it's just not as cool. Next sound we got is Lead Rec from Data X Serum Bank. I messed around with this sound quite a bit. I kind of just added this more as a texture. I noticed in a lot of these Che melodies, there's like very like crunchy sounding synths, and I kind of just added this as a texture for that. Something else to note is that this lead is very detuned. I think it's like 2 or 3 notes off. I don't know. I just added this shit. I just added this. We got the same gross beat preset. Dude, shut the fuck up. We got the same gross beat preset bank, same shit. We also got that same EQ taking out the lows. Next sound we got is from Data X Serum Bank, Pluck, Project Red. I almost said Project Red. Project Red. This is just to be like an extra layer to the melody, not really doing too much. We got Fruitio Stereo Enhancer. We have this on the 4 strings preset just to kind of separate it from the rest of the melody a little bit. Next one we got is Vox Pluck River. This is just a Vox vocal pluck. This is from Sunboy's Quadra Serum Bank. This is like an OG Serum Bank, bro. This Serum Bank been out for probably since 2023, 2022. This is pretty simple once you break down the effects. We got a shaper box on this, Shadow Mind 12 preset. I muted noise and crush, and I just had it on time. It just kind of like chops it up a bit, so it makes it sound cool. EQ taking out the lows. Fruity Stereo Enhancer. This is also on the 4 strings preset, and I'm gonna play it without the shaper box so you can hear what it's actually doing. Next sound we got Xenology. I love Xenology. AX Clav 1. Let's go ahead and play the notes. I added this because I just wanted something to fill in space, and I kind of wanted like more of a bass melody to the loop. So I thought a collab would sound good, and honestly I think it fits pretty well, especially for it being a Che beat. I basically just copied over the notes from our second part of the melody. I just added like bass notes to it, like A sharp and C, and I kind of just played that by ear, you know, adding more depth to the melody by adding more of a bass line instead of just one note being the bass. Only thing we got for this is the EQs taking out the lows. Next sound we got Hive XS Clavitar. This part I low-key just played by ear, I'm not gonna lie, but basically the way I did this is I went to our bass melody, I copied and then I pasted it, and I kind of just based my notes off of the chords that I already had made. Really, I'm only playing 3 separate notes. I'm playing A sharp, playing D, and then I'm playing D sharp. And I'm just switching between them in different octaves. We got a few effects for this. First thing we got is Shaperbox 3 driven hats. This just makes it sound more distorted. We also got an EQ taking out the lows. I tried to put a reverb on it, see if it sounded good, but I don't think it sounded that cool. Yeah, I'm taking that off. Last sound we got, Pluck Clean Lines. This is the last sound of the melody. Pluck Clean Lines is from Aiden Made's Summer 24 Serum Bank. All right, this part of the melody, we got this right here, and we just like copy and pasted it over here. Go to this arrow right here. We hold Alt on our keyboard, and we just do that, and then I just copy and pasted it over like so. But the way I actually came up with these notes right here, I'm gonna be real, bro, I just started placing random shit, I'm not gonna lie. But again, I'm using the same notes. I start with A sharp, and then I go up to D. I go back down to A sharp, I go to D right here, and then I just copy and paste it, right? But you know, I move this up an octave, and I also move this up an octave, and then copy and paste, but then I do add this A sharp up here. All these down here are just following the root note pattern of the melody, which is this right here. This is taken from the clav. Go ahead and copy and paste it. Yeah, it's literally the same, bro. And basically what I do for these plucks is I just kind of like make it like play like boo doo 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 doo. The effects that we got for this is Shaperbox 3. This is the Biting Bits preset. This is just to make our plucks sound more distorted and crunchy. We got Fruity Panomatic. This is fire. It basically just pans your sound from left to right depending on how much you want to do so. Got the EQ taking out the lows like usual. That's the melody. Let's go ahead and start cooking. I already like kind of started with a little bit of drums, a little bit just bro, this shit, bro. Hi-hat, Trinity hit hi-hat. Some of these Che beats, we do the hi-hats like this. You don't have to, but I think it sounded good for this shit. This snare is fire. This is from Trinity Drum Kit. Sounds cool in my opinion. I'm gonna do these little rolls right here. I'm gonna go ahead and add another snare, and bro, we might just be done with the drum. Honestly, like, you don't really make the drums too complicated in these beats. And then do like a little drag this out. Alt U that bitch. And then go ahead and control, select, shift, drag. Nah, I wanna bring these back up maybe. Yeah, like bring these back up and then like bring these up. Ooh, and I'm gonna pan this over to the right a little bit down here with this little panning thing right here. Yeah, that sounds fire. Hey, are we gonna make the 808 that loud, or are we gonna keep the 808 this loud, or are we gonna have it normal? That 808 is gonna rip us a new hole, bro. Yes, us. That 808 is gonna rip us a new hole, bro. Ooh, and then bring these down like that, yeah. Bro, first pull and we got it, bro. First 808 we pull and that's it right there. I might bump the lows just a tiny bit. That's a little too much, man. Should I add the moan in there? Alright, that's it for the beat, chat. I don't want to add too much to the drums. I don't want to overcomplicate it any more than it already is. Like a bunch of noise, basically. Let me know in the comments. I really had a lot of fun making this beat. I started a new channel. It's a type beat channel for hood trap type beats, jerk type beats, Xavier So bass type beats. It's on the screen right now. It's in the link to the description if you want to go sub. I also got those same beats that are on that channel. I got those on BeatStars if you want to cop those beats to rap on, whatever. I go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights over on Twitch. We always have fun on there. We do song wars, beat wars. I have an Instagram. It's on screen. I got a TikTok. I'm doing the same thing on there. Also, another thing, I'm only going to do 1 video a week just because I feel like the algorithm kind of favors that more than 2 videos a week. I appreciate y'all watching the video, man. If y'all stuck to the end, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You guys have a blessed night. You guys have a blessed week. God bless you guys. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video.